Hello? Rinig ba? Hmm. Hello?
Yes, sinig pa.
Okay, thank you. So, I guess let's start. So, recorded naman yung video na, recorded naman yung meeting na to for those who can't make it. So, yeah. So guys, hello, welcome to Triple E 121. Kita naman yung nasa screen, yung slides. Yes, yes. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and introduce myself. So I am Hernan Benitez. So currently, ang location ko ngayon is nasa bahay lang. So wala. So for consultations is just send me an email. I'm mostly free all the time. And anyway, so this is Triple E 121. Well, medyo formal pa ngayon since uh, hindi pa ako sure how would I approach yung ating weekly meetings if ever gawin na natin silang weekly. But let me just introduce the course to you. So, with the code, every program depends on algorithms and data structures, but few programs depend on the invention of brand new ones. So, this just means na, ayun kung aware kayo sa title ng course, the title of the course is Data Structures and Algorithms for Triple E. So, what this quote mostly means is uh, rarely do we need to create new data structures and algorithms. So kung ano man yung meron natin ngayon usually, they are enough to solve our problems. So Triple 121 is about solving common computational problems. And then we have several algorithmic paradigms na titingnan. And then we also look at data structures, or basically, it's a way for us to efficiently organize and store data for our problem. And then we also we also go into the analysis of these algorithms. So, what to expect from the course? It's a bit much more challenging than Triple 111, and medyo mas konti yung focus natin sa actual na programming. So more on the thinking or in the problem solving na tayo rather than yung syntax. So hopefully lahat kayo familiar na with Python, which is yung napag-decidean na language for this offering of EEE 121. And ayun, so I also have the syllabus here. Hopefully kita nyo naman. So, ayun nga, wala tayong synchronous sessions talaga regularly. So, medyo ni-request ko lang yung synchronous session for today para lang, I guess meron tayong starting point lahat. And then, so yun, you are primarily responsible for your own learning. Although, ayun, I might, well, kayo gusto nyo ba ng alternative platform para kung gusto nyo mag-ask agad like a group chat or a Discord server? Hmm. I guess mag-iwan na lang ako ng survey siguro sa email. And then, ayun, so our materials will be in our uh, Uvle page. So hopefully na-add na kayo dito. Uh, and currently, meron na actually week 1 activities, which is actually due this week. So make sure, ayun, so mostly check up lang naman on Python, and ayun, kung marunong pa ba kayo mag-program after the short break we had after the first semester. So baka ngayon iba sa inyo, hindi pa tapos yung first semester. Pero ayun. kaya to. And then, ayun, if you have any concerns na ayaw nyo i-post sa forums, just send us an email. Yung email addresses ng handlers is nasa end ng syllabus. So, if nahihiya kayo, may email ako. Marami kayong options na pwedeng tanungan. Then, and so, whenever we have exercises, kung familiar kayo sa, ay kung galing kayo dun sa EEE 111 na remote, you should be familiar with HackerRank. So, basically may contest for each section. So, for our section, that is THYZ2. So, you should find yourself dito sa contest na to. And ito na yung actually first 3 exercises no for week 1. Sa mga nag-start na with the third exercise, there are actually some changes doon sa specifications due to some problems. If you need more information doon, nasa forum naman siya dito sa post ni Man Angel. Then, ayun, so, overview lang din siguro nung pag-aaralan natin for EEE 121. So, you will go through algorithm analysis. So, ano yung tinatawag nating time and space complexity. And then some beginner. So, a few algorithms to apply yung algorithm analysis to. And then next yung correctness and then proving. So actually 2 weeks yung devoted for that. Then after nun is recursion and divide and conquer. So this is a programming paradigm na it offers its own improvements na mapoprove nyo yung improvements by using yung analysis parts na natutunan nyo. And then we move on to the data structures. So first, yung mga linear data structures. So basically, naka-line up yung mga elements, and then non-linear data structures. So that's trees, maps, heaps. Ayun. And then lastly, basically the last third ng course is on graph representation, and traversal. So actually, mapapansin nyo dito, parang nakati siya into 3 parts. Excuse me. So for the first part is parang yung pinaka foundations natin for the course. And then the second third is yung initial na applications. And after nun, we will be having a problem set na online din naman. And i-release yung problem set by the Holy Week break. And then yung submission niya will be around the time ng, I think, alam ko around the time ng reading break to eh. So, you should have a lot of time for it. And yung items naman sa problem set covers yung items from week 1 to week 8. I mean, yung topics from week 1 to week 8. So, by the time na ma-release siya, you should be able to start with a few problems on them. Then, and at the end of the course, so technically matatapos tayo ng mas maaga. By week 12, wala na kayong bagong topics. So, because week 13 and 14 is reserved for your machine problem. So yung machine problem is basically mag-start kayo usually from scratch, although wala pa namang specifications as of now, pina-finalize pa. But you expect it to be a challenging na problem na medyo malaki-laki yung scope. So, maaga din naman siyang i-release. So, while while going through yung topics ng week 10 to 12, which will be usually used dun sa machine problem, pwede nyo nang, kung may questions na kayo na nakita ko to doon sa lecture, can I use this for the machine problem? Ayun. Yun yung mga common questions na pwede nyo tanungin sa weeks 10 to 12. So, yun. So, what will be the requirements for the course? Or how will you be assessed? So, yung majority will be on weekly activities, 60%. So, basically per week is merong naka-assign na handler and meron silang kanya-kanyang requirements. Usually quizzes, mix siya ng quizzes at saka programming exercise. And then per week din iba-iba yung distribution because hindi naman lahat ng weeks is madaling gawan ng exercise or hindi rin lahat ng weeks madaling gawan ng quiz. So it will be a mix. So kung titingnan nyo, actually, yung hinandle ko ng week 6, yung 50% is a quiz, 50% exercise. Yung week 7 ko is 75% exercise and then 25% na quiz. And basically, each week, meron kayong 100 points. So yung activities per week will have the same weight. And then ito total yon lahat. So 4 weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11, and 12, yun yung may 60% ng grade. And then yung remaining 20% is nakahati between the problem set and the machine. Machine project pala siya. Hindi siya machine project. So basically, yeah, 20% of your grade. So yeah, seryosohin nyo sila. And yun, yung final grade nyo, yung UP grade conversion is here. So again, walang required na synchronous sessions, so walang required attendance. Yung consultations natin can be done with email lang or video conference depending on the need. And then, ayun, honor and excellence, do not try to copy each other's work. Although, pwede naman kayong mag-discuss ng approaches, pero yung deliberate na pagkokopya ng code will not be tolerated. And ayun, which is why I also would want na meron tayong parang chatting na communication channel para if ever may gustong mag-discuss sa inyo nandoon. And if ever meron kayong nag-aaway kayo about a certain topic, pwede ako maging arbiter, I guess. If ever meron hindi ma-resolve. And yun. And if ever meron kayong mga problems or any difficulties in the remote learning, don't be shy to tell us about it para makagawa kami ng adjustments. And basically, ito kaming lahat instructors and yung sinahandle namin sections. Basically, pwede nyo naman kaming i-email kahit sino sa amin, especially since depending on the week, merong specific handler. I'm not sure if ilalagay namin yun somewhere. But basically, ganun yung setup namin. Yung materials namin or yung materials nyo for all sections are the same. And then they are split between us instructors kung sino yung gumawa or nag-curate. And lastly, yung references nyo are here. They should be available sa library kung meron kayong proxy or kung may online access yun. If you need assistance sa paghanap ng references, sendan nyo lang ako ng email. So, any questions from you guys for now? Wala ba? Hmm? Oh, okay then. So, I guess since feeling ko 15 minutes pa lang ako nagsasalita.
Sir, may
Sa,
question sa
ah,
chat.
okay. Sorry, hindi ko ganun. Weekly deadlines. Usually, you would want to finish yung exercises for the week within the week. Although walang hard deadlines yung course. So if ever you find yourself having problems in a given week, pwede kang sort of mag-extend. So basically, walang deadline. Although we would like you to finish all of the exercises meant for the week during the week na i-release. So, kunwari for example, for week 1, by March 6, you should already be finished with the activities sa week 1. And if gusto nyo ng, pwede nyo buksan yung to-do list, may kita nyo naman doon yung mga kailangan nyo gawin for the week. So, ayun. Ang, well, another thing is yung problem set and machine problem. Yung nakaset na deadline dito is just yung pinaka recommended deadline namin para hindi lang kayo mahuli. Kasi usually if hindi namin iset yung deadline, baka ikram yung lahat ng week 8 and ma-realize na hindi niya kasya kayang matapos in 1 week, mag-overflow siya hanggang week 10. So baka mahuli tayo doon sa pacing yung intended pacing ng course. So as much as possible, yung mga nakaset na deadline dito, hindi sila hard deadline and walang deductions for passing beyond the deadline. But they're there to help pace you dun sa course para hindi kayo malunod sa requirements. And anything else? Gusto niyo bang on ko yung camera ko? I guess kung walang tanong, mag-send out na lang ako ng survey sa email. If ever, kung ano yung preferred yung quick chat na platform. So, I guess that's it. Thank you for attending. Oh, synchronous meetings. Ayun, I would also I would also like to ask dun sa survey kung gusto niyo bang mag-synchronous meeting ba tayo per week or as needed na lang. Since most naman ng requirements or most naman ng stuff is may kita niyo naman sa study guide. So for example, sa week 1, meron lang collab notebook for you to go through, and then that's basically it for week 1. So for weeks 2, may kailangan na kayong panoorin na video. Yung, I think, ano videos yung mga mostly needed. So, kung gusto nyo, mag-watch party tayo some sorts if matapos natin in one meeting, once a week. So, as of now, hindi pa ako actually ganun ka sure if kung synchronous meeting tayo per week. So, yeah. Ayan, tingnan ko na lang din sa magiging progress. If maraming hindi nakakasabay doon sa intended na pacing, mas I'll be more inclined to ask for a synchronous meeting for the check-up. Pero if wala naman kayong na-encounter na problems, nasusundan din naman yung nasa study guides, I don't think need naman natin mag-synchronous meeting. Yeah. So any more questions? So if meron, so of course, yung sa session naman natin na to is apart doon sa actual na weekly material. So if ever may nabanggit ako sa video na to and you have questions, huwag kayong mag-post sa week 1 na forum kasi baka ma-weirded out yung si Angel na may tinatanong na hindi for everyone. So if you have questions about something I said dito sa video, most likely go send me an email. And hindi pala, I guess nandito rin sa meeting si Jose. Tama ba? Did I say that right?
Yes, tama naman.
Si Jose, which is our SA. So you can also ask him if you have any questions. Tama. And so if wala na questions or magsisend na lang kayo ng email for the questions, that will be all for today. Thank you.